Okay, got the big bag tied to the front today. It's definitely the best place for it. Just a bummer now I don't get a shot of the bow, but this is a real mission. Don't nobody know my troubles was gone. Went down the hill of a day. So got happy and stayed on. Back at it. Ooh, Lordy, trouble so hard. Ooh, Lord, trouble so hard. Definitely swell coming from the west and the south. The west is no good, but at least the south is gonna help push me north. First thing I gotta do is get to that big rock spire out there. Trouble so hard. Ooh, Lord, trouble so hard. Don't nobody know my trouble but God. Don't nobody know my trouble but God. Ooh, Lord, trouble so hard. Ooh, Lord, trouble so hard. The old Aleutian is still holding its own in this wind and swell. The prudent move is not going to be to thread the needle. It's going to be to go all the way out around that spire. Crossing and around the next bluff to the next big bay. Okay, passing the sea arch now. Looks like I've pretty much made it to the next bay. It's about a 3-mile open water crossing to the bay with the first proper Department of Conservation campsite. I might have to hug the coast a little more today. That'd be a bit dangerous. The wind is definitely coming from the south to a certain degree. It might just push me across from this bay to the next. It's a tough call to make. Do I want to go for it, or should I go into this bay first? When you're out in the open ocean like this, it's hard to judge how fast you're moving. So you look for this foam on the top, because that's not really influenced by the wind. And you can see that you're moving forward. I can definitely still feel the wind in my back. It should be pushing me forward with a little bit of extra assistance. I guess right now I'm going to try to do this open water crossing of about 3 miles. I know there's water in that bag, fresh water, which has been the greatest challenge of my sea kayaking experience so far. Carrying enough water, planning to get to water before you run out. Using the pokey to keep the sun exposure down a little bit. Not that I need it because it's cold. I am sweating. Aiming for that next point.
Might get self-service at the next campsite.
Trouble so hard, ooh Lord, trouble so hard. Don't nobody know my trouble but God. Don't nobody know my trouble but God.
Now the cool thing about sea kayaking is I'm still actually enjoying myself out here. If you were out here in a motorboat today, you'd be having no fun at all. Which is why I haven't seen any boaties coming out of this bay yet. Sorry guys. Get back to nature. Get rid of the motor. Great view of Little Barrier Island, straight ahead. Time to go around this next bluff, and then hopefully I'll be to the bay that's my home for the night. Okay, I've made it around the next point. I see a few sailboat masts in this bay, which is a good sign of civilization. All right, so I've made the 3-mile open water crossing. I took out my phone for the first time in this wind swell just to get confirmation that this is the bay with the Department of Conservation campsite, which most importantly has a freshwater water source. Most challenging thing about this sea kayaking is not running out of fresh water, because you can't drink the ocean, unfortunately. Humans cannot. Some animals can, but we are fragile creatures for sure. Okay, I've kind of lost the southerly after I rounded that point, but I'll still have this westerly wind swell energy to help me get into this bay. Going with the swell. Got some hella swell now. These swells get funneled into these bays, squeezed, and get a little bit bigger. Another reason most of the motor boaties aren't out today. Remains of an old cowrie mill here in this bay, which means there definitely was some old cowrie grown here at one time. Not sure if any are still left. Hopefully a few, but they might have cut this island dry of those majestic trees. Finally in some nice calm water. Milady. Well, at least it's not the SS Minnow. The favorite one I've seen so far is Hawk Tuna. Fish on that thing. Got some nice crayfish pots. Okay, well, I finally figured out the name of this place. Fangapara Bay. Okay, made it to the end of Fangapara Bay. Okay, I've made it to the green campsite. The first freshwater resupply on this trip. It's gonna be nice to cook a nice meal and rehydrate.